I'm Mary.
I'm Brittney.
And if you guys have been listening lately, you guys know that we have been recapping #Wash, the web series, season 2. This week we're going to be doing 208, and we have with us someone who has been shocking us with her performance
Yes.
in Washed. We have some words for her, but let us first introduce her. We have Brittney Bluitt, who plays Clair. Welcome, girl. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I've been listening to you guys, and the way y'all have been coming for my character. Like, I feel like I need to explain some things. Maybe y'all,
we would have to start there.
Because like I listen, I was like, man, I have to listen to this episode. I wonder what they're gonna say. And y'all was just like, wait a minute, she needs to chill. I'm like, wait a minute, like, Claire is a businesswoman. This is all business. It's not personal.
It's intense.
The way Claire just be, storming in on Carmen and going off. It's just like, girl, calm down.
We're on 10. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Relax.
We just got here.
But you see, when Claire gets up, like she starts her morning at like 5 a.m. So she's already up ready to go. Like, but yeah, no, it's she loves Carmen. She has a deep love and appreciation for Carmen. It's just Carmen she's not on the ball like Claire needs her to be. So,
she loves Carmen?
She does.
Really?
She really does. And you'll see why I say that when you get to the finale. But it's more of like a tough love type of thing. Like Carmen is Claire's protege. Like I want to see her win, and that's why that's why Claire is always on her case. It's just like, come on, look, you're going to be my successor when I leave this place eventually. Like I need you to be on it. Like I need to know that you can handle this, and that's why Claire is always on Carmen's case.
Okay. Tough love.
See, now you get where I'm coming from now, or where Claire's coming from.
So let's just backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about like how you came across Wash. Well, first of all, we didn't ask our first question, Mary.
I was literally about to say that. Like, first we have to get to the first question.
We have to, right? What was the very first web series or digital series that you ever watched?
There were actually 2 at the time that I was binge watching. One was called Black Boots.
What you know about Black Boots?
Okay. I literally, when I first heard about Black Boots, I think I was a little late watching it. I think I was maybe like a few months late into it. But I was actually able to binge watch the whole thing, and I stayed up like I didn't have to work the next day. and I watched the whole entire first season, and then it was another series with Black and Sexy TV called Sexless.
Girl, that's our show.
Oh my God.
That's the one. Love it.
Kudos
that and then of course Chef Julian. I got into that one too.
Girl.
Oh my God.
You a real one.
Listen. I was because it was so refreshing because one, these were shows that were written and directed by young Black creatives, and I was like, these are people that are like me, like, and they're telling stories that are raw and that are real and that we really relate to. And I was like, I have to continue with this. And then like a little bit after that, like I got into Awkward Black Girl, but I didn't finish it. I think I only watched like maybe the first 3 episodes, and then life happened, and I never was able to get back into it. But if I can find the episodes, I'll go back and watch.
You definitely have to go back.
Yeah, I watch them all the time. So talk to us about how you came across Washed and like what got you excited for the role.
So the first time I was introduced to Washed, it was actually before I was able to see the first episode. I met Jared, the director, and then Corey, who plays Mark. I met the both of them at a short film festival here in Dallas. It was hosted by, I think, Jack Daniels. It was their Reel to Reel festival.
Mm-hmm.
Omari Hardwick was like their brand ambassador at the time, so he was hosting the entire thing. And so I met the both of them. They told me about the show, and then after they had already finished the entire season, because I wanted to binge watch, then I started getting into it. One, I was happy because it was a series that was based here in my hometown, Dallas, Texas, and then on top of that, I thought the quality of it was really good. I mean, there are other like short films and other series that are being shot here in Dallas, and they just kind of weren't up to par. They weren't on the same level as I was excited about that. And then of course the writing, and I just found it extremely hilarious. So I saw the potential in it, and I knew that I had to be a part of the cast. And so when they actually put out the open casting for season 2, I was like, okay, I'm going to be there. I almost didn't go.
Really?
But I almost didn't. I don't know what I was going through. I think I was just tired from work, and then I was going through a little bit of that she plays Eric's mom in like I think it was 206, maybe 207. And she called me and she's like, "Hey, the auditions are today. Are you going?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she was like, "Girl, if you don't get your ass up." And I was like, okay. And so I got up and met her there and auditioned, and here we are.
So, the show is washed, and I feel like we all had like moments of like, dang, I'm washed. Have you ever had a moment that you related on the show and felt like, yeah, I'm washed?
Yeah, I like, especially during the first season, there was, I think it was, matter of fact, the first episode, Mark's birthday, and he fell asleep on the couch when he was actually supposed to go out.
Yes.
I've had moments like that more than once. I'm not ashamed.
Own it.
You're just like, I'm tired, and going out is not an option. Sorry.
I can't make it.
Can't do it.
Yes. We were talking last week with Draper, like you have to put it on our Google Calendar because I can't.
Yeah, I can't. Like if you don't make these plans like maybe a week or 2 ahead of time, I'm not going.
And even then, if I'm tired, I have to stay
I'm
in.
still not going. And I'm gonna ask you, is it still happening?
Right. Like if I don't hear from you, then it's not happening.
Like, does it ever get to a point where like somebody will call and just like, yeah, you like we're still going out. You still want to come? You just like you kind of conflicted. Like, do I want to let them down? Or
Yes. Like, what do I want to do?
So we spoke about Claire being intense, especially towards Carmen a little bit earlier, but has she ever considered like a different management style? Is it always gonna be on 10? Like, because from Carmen's perspective, like she cannot stand this woman.
As far as Claire, because like, of course, with all great actors, you have to give your character a backstory, and with the backstory that I came up with, Claire is always going to be this way. It's just it's it's the way she grew up. It's embedded in her DNA at this point. She doesn't know any other way. And I honestly think that with Carmen's character and with Claire, I think before I even knew Carmen's backstory with her dad, I made up the decision to have Claire's dad be the exact same way. So that's why it works. Whenever I heard I think what was it? I can't even remember what episode it was, but Carmen was talking to her friends about her dad, and they're just like, he got you oiled up like a machine. And it's kind of the same way with Claire. Her upbringing it's just that tough, like get it done type of upbringing. So they're alike in some ways. It's just she's not subtle when it comes to getting things done. She was like, "Look, what are you doing? Like, no, get it right the first time.
Right.
I don't have time." But I think that's kind of one of the things that of Claire that I kind of don't like. But because it's almost like she kind of masks how she feels with like this tough exterior, like show no weakness type of thing. And yeah, I think that's the only thing that I don't like about her. But I can't judge her because I have to portray her. So if you judge a character, it doesn't come off right.
Right.
And you created the background story for her. Does she have like kids? Does she have a significant other, or is that something like she's working towards too?
At this point, no. It's all my career. It's all I have to make, make this money. I have to be somebody. And so this whole marriage and kids and it's just not on her radar. And I think that's why she kind of looks at like Mark is going through all of this for this girl. Like he's my prize at this moment. And Mark is he's my money maker. That's why I had to hire him back and give him more money. I'm like, look, what is going on? Like he is my, like, what do you call it, my golden goose. And I'm like, I need Mark to get it together. He's doing all of this because of Maya, and he's going through this breakup, and now Carmen. I'm like, Lord, what is going on with these people?
We want to know, like, why does Claire refuse to fire Mark? Because he's always missing from work. He's always doing something. Like, he's like, yes, he like gets the job done, but is it really worth it? Like, Mark is not that great of an employee.
But the thing is, I think when it comes to corporate, as long as you're getting the numbers and putting money into the company's pocket, therefore putting money into my pocket, do whatever, as long as you get the job done. They don't care as long as you're making the company money. That's a corporate thing. I don't know about that because I'm an artiste. But yeah, at least from what Jared and others who have worked in corporate tell me, it's all about making the company money. They don't care about else.
That's crazy.
You can literally probably come to work in your pajamas and they might look at you funny, but as long as you're like, can we say they made us $250,000 last year, so they don't care.
I mean, that's low-key true.
So at this point, from Claire's perspective, we already know like he should leave Maya alone. Maya shouldn't even bother giving him another shot. But what is your opinion? Like at this point, do you think Maya should give Mark another shot?
I say yes and no. And I only say yes because I don't even know if I could say it because we haven't really gotten into like the episode yet. But Mark is hurting. You feel bad for him. It's like, dang, dog. Like she's tugging at your heartstrings and it's just breaking. Well, you want her back and she don't want you. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of think Maya is with this whole breakup. I feel like she kind of acted on an impulse because she's still upset. But I know she still loves him. Like, girl, you want him back. Like, quit playing.
What's your overall opinion of Mark, though?
Mark, he has a lot of growing up to do.
Talk about it.
A lot of growing up to do. And he's not taking accountability for his actions. And he knows what he did is wrong, but he's not actually, I don't feel like he's actually telling Maya that, like, look, this is the reason why I did this. It wasn't anything serious. I wasn't, really trying to cheat. And then I don't know. It's I feel like the both of them probably have maybe a little bit of growing up to do.
Yeah, because they haven't like had to sit down like an adult conversation. Like, let's talk about this. Let's really get into this.
Yeah, they haven't, and I feel like Maya just she shuts him down, and it's like you're not even letting him explain himself. So how are you going to know how to move forward in this situation, whether you really want him or not? Like, I feel like everybody else is kind of in her ear, and she's just going off of that, but she's not going off of what she feels. If the two of them just sit down and have an adult conversation, I feel like maybe they'll be okay.
Be okay.
All right.
So let's play a game.
All right.
Okay, so would you rather have a terrible boss but a great job, or a great boss and a terrible job?
I think I would rather have a great job and a terrible boss, because a terrible boss could always get fired. And I'm still going to love my job at the end of the day. Now, if I have a terrible job and a great boss, if that job is just terrible and I'm unhappy, I'm gonna end up quitting anyway. Yeah, I think I'll take a great job.
Okay. Would you rather date someone you trust but don't love, or date someone you love but don't trust?
What kind of question is this? Why? Man, okay. I think I would take the first one. Like, if I feel like if I
trust them but you don't love them.
I feel like if I love you but I don't trust you, that means you continuously do things to break my heart. So I don't want that. I don't want a broken heart. I've never had one, but from what I hear,
from what they say,
from what I heard, I've heard terrible things about a broken heart.
Yes,
and
yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, no, my best friends have been through some breakups, and I've been there through both of those. One of them is still dealing. Yeah, it's not a good look.
No, we don't want that.
And I feel bad because, like, with my best friend, like, she's going through this breakup, and seeing how I've never really been in a serious relationship or been through heartbreak, I'm just like, you're not over it yet. like in my mind, I'm just like, girl, get over that, like, move on.
Yes.
And like, I just can't say that. But in my mind, I'm thinking it, like, but
I've been doing that too.
Yeah, I have to.
Like, girl,
we're all in the same boat.
All of us, we all here.
Yeah, I have to just, call her and be like, it's gonna be okay, and give her a little pat.
Yeah.
A little pat.
Yeah.
So this is the last one. Would you rather commute 2 hours to your dream job, or literally live 2 minutes away from a mediocre job?
2 hours away from a dream job.
Same.
Because I don't mind the drive. And two, if this is something that I want to do, I'm as long as I have music in my car,
it's worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. I mean, it's almost like whenever I have to, like, before COVID, I would have to drive to Austin maybe a couple times a week for auditions. So I was okay with that.
How far is Austin from Dallas?
It's probably about a good 3 hours.
3 hours.
A good 3 hours.
What about from Houston?
From Houston, I think it's about 3 hours and 30 minutes, if not 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
This is information.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I love to do, and I'm just like, yes, auditions are coming in, and as long as I got music, I'm fine with that. Now, sometimes the auditions would only last like maybe 5 minutes, so you would drive only 3 hours for like 5 minutes. But I was like, look, I can spend some time in Austin, get something to eat, maybe shop a little bit, and then go home.
All right, so let's get into the recap of episode 208.
Oh Lord, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so the episode starts off. Well, first of all, last week we had a shook. Last week episode, I'm trying to recover. It was too much. It was a lot to take in.
It was. I watched it and I was like, ooh, there's just so many moments where I was just like, oh my God, I can't take it.
Yes.
Like I had to take a breather on one particular part. But
right.
We've done table reads and we've read the scripts and everything, but for some reason I don't recall that part being in the script. I'm pretty sure it's in there, but I think it was written a different way. And by the time they shot it, they switched the script, and so I just wasn't expecting to see that. Reading it is one thing, and then seeing it is like, okay,
yeah, Ooh. It was intense.
Yeah, I wasn't ready. I was looking at Draper kind of side. I'm like,
right.
like where you learn that from?
Right. Like,
and then of course Amber or Jacquet, who plays Amber, I just want to hug her. I'm just like, oh girl, I'm so sorry.
Yes,
I wasn't there to protect her.
She's been through so much.
Yeah, she's going through a lot with with career and then all of that. Yeah, it was. Whew.
Yeah, so and then also last week we see Mark get into a fight with Trent. Well, I wouldn't even call it a fight. We saw Mark get beat up by Trent.
That's the word. That's it.
But you know what the thing is that I can't even really say that Mark. I mean, he got slapped.
He got nothing. He
literally got embarrassingly. But I mean, most of it was just kind of being manhandled. It wasn't like no real punches were thrown. So.
That's true.
Right. It was more of a tussle.
Yeah.
It was a tussle. Mark jumping up and down. I don't know what that was, but he ended up on the ground. That's all I remember.
Yeah. Multiple times.
Sleep.
And at this point, Mark is viral. He is all over all the social media platforms, and people are loving this embarrassing moment.
Because it's just Mark.
It's Mark. And all his friends are getting notification, but no one is really concerned.
No, because it's Mark. Like, this is like something they expect from him.
This is just another day.
It's just another day, another Mark day. Like, oh, okay.
And I love how everyone just passed it around.
Yes.
But no one called him to say like, are you okay?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, nobody was like, are y'all really his friends?
Is this really your friend? What? No one cared.
I mean, because I feel like my friends, if they saw something like that, they would call me like, look, we need to pull up somewhere. Like, I'm ready,
Exactly. So, as that's happening, Carmen's at work. She gets a call from her doctor, and the doctor wants her to come in right away. And she doesn't want to because, like, when the doctor says we need to talk to you face to face, it's not good. It's not good.
And she don't want to be vulnerable in front of anyone if she hears bad news. Like, she'd rather just like do it over the phone, like rip the Band-Aid off, just tell me what's wrong. I'm not coming into the office. Like, I'm not doing it.
I'm available right now. Just tell me. Just get out the way.
I get her frustration because that has happened to me a couple of times. I'm like, yo, like what? Like, I signed up for you to be able to tell me things over the phone. Like, I don't need to. I gotta come in. For what?
So it can't be good. So she is like upset. She's throwing things around her office, like just really mad. And then Claire comes in, mad and looking for Mark as usual.
I'm like, sis, he don't want to be found. Like, leave him alone.
What you doing? Going off, sis. Like, I'm going through something.
Look. Y'all can't come for Claire while I'm on the podcast. Come on now. We talked about this. I gotta understand where I'm coming from or where Claire's coming from.
Listen, no one is safe here.
I see that. Thank you.
But listen, you did tell us it's all tough love. We see it. But Carmen don't want to hear none of it. Like, she's sick of Claire right now.
Where is Fields? Look, he called in sick the last couple of days, and what the hell is a world star?
1, I'm not Mark's keeper. 2, last time I checked, my name ain't Google. So look that shit up on your own time.
Excuse me?
Did I stutter? Claire? Better yet, Google that shit in your own office now.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
I'm talking to you.
I think this was the first time that Carmen has ever kind of clapped back like that. So Claire kind of, does a look around like, wait a minute. Like, I know is she talking? Or she not talking to me?
That's I'm like, is this a dream sequence? Because but I like that Carmen stood up to her.
I do too, but at the same time I'm like, wait a minute.
Right. I'm your boss. Calm down.
Exactly.
But Carmen finally, she threatens to report her to HR about these hidden line items. And I'm like, Miss Claire, have you been using the company card for other things besides for the company?
Oh, Miss Claire.
What's happening?
Hey, look, everybody does a little dirt, okay?
A little dirt.
It's the company's money, for sort of company things.
Claire's always all about the company.
Yeah, Carmen mentioned a tea time with Brad.
Yeah.
Brad is part of the company, so I mean, I feel like Claire spends money on that. The company on that.
Oh,
These are business meetings. Men hash out their grievances and business meetings on the golf course. So there you go.
Okay.
Tea time.
I don't know if that's what it is. I'm just making that up. Trying to make it sound good.
I was thinking a little corporate romance with Brad.
That's what I thought too.
That has been the running joke of season 2 when it comes to Claire and when she mentions Brad. So I don't know. Maybe in season 3 we might see that. I don't know.
Who is Brad? Like, we want to see him.
We want to know. And once Carmen said that, Claire sashayed away with the quickness. She was quiet.
We hear from her from the rest of the day.
For the rest of the day?
Look, the rest of the episode, like she's like, you know what? I don't have time.
She said, "You got it."
Wouldn't you think that HR knows about that though? Like, because
this company is weird. First of all, they don't know nothing that's happening in this own company, so
we're
anything go away.
We're a terrible company. We're a terrible company.
Horrible.
At the top, so
HR don't do nothing
at all. They have a whole creep.
Tiffany just gossip, right?
That's it. That's all she does.
But Carmen comes in. She comes in like a tornado, reading the whole conference room, and they're all like shocked. Like,
what did I do?
What did I do? I'm so confused.
Claire rubbed off on her. You see?
Yes.
You see what happened?
That ripple
effect. I honestly wish that scene went like Claire saw Carmen upset and they kind of had like a heart-to-heart moment, like, what's wrong?
Yeah, definitely.
And we kind of saw a different side of Claire.
Like, I wish we would have saw like her be like, "Oh, is everything all right?" But she didn't care. So
I mean, maybe if Carmen had some answers for Claire in that moment, maybe she could have been like, "Okay, cool, that's taken care of. I know it's gonna be handled. What's wrong, girl?" Maybe I don't know, but maybe
right.
But Carmen, she started bumping off.
That was Claire.
She did. She played, like I came in and maybe if she would have answered Claire's question.
Wow. If she would have did what she was supposed to do.
See, exactly. See, you get me. You get my character.
All right, we got it.
Gotcha.
I know y'all was still like,
So next we see Mark and Eric.
Yeah. So Eric wants to know what went down because he does not understand how Mark ended up on the floor. Like, how? But then again, after Mark explains, he's like, "I keep telling you, you are not a fighter
at all.
Stop.
Why you didn't call me?"
Like Eric puts guns in people's faces. Maybe that's why. Mark maybe wanted to hem him up. He didn't want to kill him. So maybe that's why he called Eric.
Well, I think also Mark didn't think he was going to get into a fight. He was trying to be incognito.
Incognito, more like.
But it did not work.
Yeah, he was a terrible spy. Very terrible.
All up in the open. Like, what?
Yeah, because she turned and she was like, "Oh my God, that's Mark right there."
Yeah. Like, at least hide in the bushes. Like,
right, like maybe or something.
No
like he was real close.
So dumb. It's Mark. I
mean,
constantly taking L's. It's okay.
Yeah, constantly. So Mark explains to Eric that, he followed Maya and he wasn't going to let that guy push up on his girl. Sir, she's not your girl.
She hasn't been for a while.
For a while now.
He can't let go.
No,
it's his first love.
It is. But it's like, that's not your girl, sir. But Mark gets all teary-eyed.
It
Like,
turned
I
into a
think I lost
comedy for
her.
me.
Mary! You didn't feel like anything
I felt
from Mark?
nothing. Zero. Zit.
Do you have a heart?
Yes, I do. But I don't tolerate this kind of behavior. Like,
I feel you on that. But at the same time, I guess because I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a softie in real life. I'm totally opposite of Claire. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh, like his voice is cracking.
See, I see a little tear.
I was laughing. Is that wrong?
Like, it's a little harsh.
I think I lost her for real this time, man. Should have seen the way she looked at dude. That shit broke me. She should look at me like that. Now she just looks at me with disgust.
I'm like, we've been looking at you the same way, Mark, right?
Since
here.
the beginning, episode 1, we've been looking at you like this.
Yeah. I know we go in on Mark, but I felt something because it's like it kind of clicked. Like, dang, I really lost Maya. Like he thought it was a game.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I felt bad. I was just like, man, oh Mark, just bring it in. Let me give you a hug. Let me bring you to my bosom.
Right.
I think that's why I didn't feel bad for him, is because I know so many people would feel bad, and that's just like coddling him all over again. Like he needs to feel some kind of hurt so he can finally get up off his ass and do something.
Exactly.
His constant like crying, it's like, I'm not about to coddle you. That's why I love that Eric just looked at him.
Yes.
Eric did kind of just, he had a scratch in the back of his neck moment, like, okay.
He's like, I'm gonna let you finish and all, but when you get in your own place, like that's the main thing.
Yes. I was like, Eric, like this supposed to be. He told me you on the bright side, you got your job, you making more money. Why you still here? Why? It's like, really? You gonna kick him when he down, bro? Wow.
So that's what you got to do with Mark, because he'll sit there on that couch forever.
Yeah, if you allow him to.
Yeah, that's very true. Can't enable.
No.
Not at his big age. No way.
Big age.
Yeah, you real grown. Even his parents was over it. Look.
Yes.
You gotta go, son. You can't take it no more.
So Chloe finally goes to Amber with that handwritten contract from Chuck Smallwood that says, I am dumb, you are the new boss, signed Chuck Smallwood. And
exactly what it says.
Because I don't know how they got a contract. I don't even understand. But Amber's like, I don't want this. I was violated.
You sound like her.
Thank you.
I was violated.
This shirt was all off her shoulder.
I
don't know if y'all noticed this, but I mean, I noticed this. But did y'all notice that when her shirt was off of her shoulder and Chloe put it back up, she knocked it back down? Did y'all?
No.
Did y'all notice that?
I didn't peep that, but I'm surprised because we be peeping every day.
Yes, we do, but that's crazy.
And I was like, wait, why did she knock it back down? She's trying to fix her up. Okay.
He said, no, you're ruining my scene.
That's it. It's like, no, girl, it's supposed to be off. I gotta look down.
Right, it's part of the effect. Come on.
I probably brought that up. If Jared listened to this, he gonna kill me.
But Chloe explains like how they came about this new contract and how she became owner of the comedy club, and and Amber's like, I don't want this, I don't want Eric thinking that I owe him. I'm like, do you even remember who Eric is, girl? Like, have you seen him? Right. You ain't think about this man the whole season.
Yeah, they haven't had any type of. I didn't realize that they haven't connected at all this entire season.
All. They haven't even talked about each other at all.
They be in the same building.
Same group of friends.
Like,
they used to run into each other all the time in season 1. Now it's like, who?
They don't know each other.
So Chloe's like,
you go back in that motherfucker's establishment and make him play by your rules. Don't tuck your tail and run. Then he wins.
Thank you, Chloe. Thank you for believing in me and not letting me give up on this.
Like, because here we definitely gave up on Amber's comedy stream.
Y'all gave up.
We did.
Of course.
I mean, the constant bombing. It was like, is this really for you?
Are you sure this is the route you're taking? Like,
yeah.
When I was watching I don't think I've ever cringed so hard in my life.
Secondhand embarrassment.
And I was just like, ooh. I was like, ooh, oh my gosh! Like it was so embarrassing to where I felt embarrassed. Like it was me up there. I feel like at some point, like she should have just gone into her original stuff instead of trying to do what it was that Chuck wanted her to do.
Exactly. Like you're already on the stage, so just switch it up. You're not gonna push you off. Just do it.
Wouldn't you like if you're up there and like this new material is not working, you can clearly see it's not working. Wouldn't you try to go back and get into your your funny stuff so you can at least get a couple laughs before you get off?
Yes, experienced comedians. That's what they do.
She was listening to Chloe and her advice, so lesson learned.
So Chloe tells her about her Instagram, like, girl, you got 14 likes. They're all from your ex-boyfriends. Like, this is nothing. Cat videos. First of all, Instagram, social media is hard. So I'm gonna give Amber that. Like, it's hard trying to keep up with the trends and hashtags. It's a lot. But if you want to be famous, it gotta become a business. Which is what we talked about last episode. We said that Amber should do some Instagram skits.
Yeah, just no wigs. No different characters.
Lord.
Right. So she's like, I got an idea. So she goes on live and starts, doing her original stuff. And the fans are loving it. The people are going up. They love it.
Yes. And all kinds of
yes.
She's trending.
She's trending. Which was good. So maybe she found her niche.
Her niche.
She already had it. They just told her to suppress it. She was like, "Look, you know what? Bump on
right.
That. I'm doing what I know I can do."
Exactly.
Like good.
What we've been saying this whole time, girl.
This whole time.
You listen to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And she ends up going viral. She got a whole bunch of views, but she's not as viral as Mark, because Mark is on all the social blogs. He got 2 million views. I'm like, people care that much about this little fight?
This little tussle?
People love to watch other people's embarrassing moments.
They love it.
So Trent checks in on Maya. Mama is sick. She's looking rough. But he is still all over her. And I was just like, germs, nasty.
Man, I was like, COVID.
Yeah.
Girl.
Coronavirus.
Where's your mask? Where's your mask?
And all I could think was, oh man, I wonder if she got sick breath.
Yeah. Why would she even invite him, let him come over? If I'm sick, looking rough, I'll see you next weekend. I can't.
We can FaceTime like she did with Amber.
Right.
Bring me some soup and then you get
going.
Immediately close the door after he hands you the soup. Okay, thank you, bye.
Right. That's it. But Trent don't care. He is in love.
Is he?
I don't know.
He was giving me creep vibes. You need to back the hell off.
He was creeping me out. And I was like, maybe he's just an intense type of guy. Yeah. But it was, I don't know.
It's a different feeling we have towards this Trent character.
Yeah. Brittney, what do you feel about Trent?
Trent is okay because I know Trent's story. So I'm trying. I don't want to give it. I don't want to.
You can give us some
exclusive.
He gives me one of those. What do you call one of those hotep dudes?
Oh wow! Oh wow!
He gives me that type of vibe. And then of course when he was doing his poetry, I was like, "This is so Ohaji from
Ohaji at the den." Yes.
Yes, he gives me that. But I mean, I feel like there are moments in there where he's sincere, but at the same time, I feel like he's running a lot of game. And then Maya's just eating it up because she's begging for attention,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, Trent. I don't like him.
Yeah,
she's come to the conclusion. I don't like him.
I don't like him.
Okay.
And then this girl sick, you all up over her. And You're disgusting,
Yeah.
sir.
You're nasty.
Nasty. And when Amber's on FaceTime with her, he's like, I'm just trying to protect my lady from creeps like Mark. But you're the real creep, Trent.
Exactly. She's your queen. She's your lady. She's just Maya. Like, I just need you
She's
to
just
understand that.
Maya.
And then at the same time, I'm like, sir, like, I feel like you've only known her like a week. What are you talking
Exactly.
about?
She's
Literally.
Maya.
Literally been a week.
It's
And
too
you
much.
doing all this.
Too soon.
Moving too fast. Like, you spit a couple poems and you know, let them sit poolside, and you think that's
Poolside. Bring them to the Airbnb and you think it's all up.
But she's eating it up. That's the crazy part. It's like,
I know.
she is like, this is so refreshing.
Yeah.
do y'all think it's there? Do y'all really think it's an Airbnb though?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
For sure.
I don't think he's truthful.
Like, so you're lying about your life. This ain't yours.
This ain't yours. So while Amber is on FaceTime, she also said, like, don't forget to take me to the airport on Monday. And I can already tell she is not getting her to the airport. I can just,
The
the way they set that up, I'm like, she ain't going.
Yeah.
She ain't going. Mm-mm. So Trent is like whispering in Maya's ear, creeping me out, pushing them to have sex on camera, talking about letting people watch and being all like, you're doing way too much.
Life is too short for boring sex, Maya. Our first time should be more memorable.
Boy, I'm not about to let strangers watch me have sex.
I wouldn't ask you to do that. But let's just start by filming it. So that way we can always remember the night that your soul touched.
Sis is open and I hate it. I hate that she's so open. Like, girl, it's been a week, 7 days.
But my thing is like, sir, she is clearly sick, and you talking about filming? Like, who talks about that when they know somebody is sick? Like,
yes, creeps.
That too. Then they made out. I was like, oh, girl, you nasty too, but you're sick. So I can't really get mad at you.
The moment their lips touch,
So you're sick now. You have COVID-19. If you don't know,
I gagged so hard. I was like, ooh, that is we're not doing it. It was, I can't even. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It was so gross.
I don't want to do it, and he did not care.
That's crazy. I'm concerned that he does not care that this woman is sick, and he still wants her. Like, he's all over her. Ooh, nasty boy.
I mean, honestly, he don't care about a lot, because I mean, he, you know, kissing on her and all this other stuff, and then talking about having sex on camera. So he don't care about a lot.
I don't like Trent. I decided to officially. We switched back and forth.
Yeah, last week he got us because he was at the mansion. But now we're back to, we don't like this Trent character.
Oh Lord! Last week he got y'all. He didn't even pour them sangrias when he asked. He left the picture up there, and the glasses was like half empty. I'm like, what? You didn't even make drinks?
Trent.
It was the attentiveness he was giving her that got us.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is completely different from a Mark.
Right. And the picnic in the park at night was different.
It threw us off a bit, but it was cute.
It was cute.
Then he could fight, or he can throw Mark on the floor. But still.
Yeah.
That was the point there
like,
as well.
I guess. I mean, whatever.
So what happens next? Carmen's at work. She sets up a Sunday fun day with Maya. They're gonna have a good time, brunch, haha. And she tries to like kiki with Tiffany, but Tiffany is not with it. Like, I don't like the person you are, and don't try to talk to me now because you tried to play me before.
You sure did.
So Carmen's already losing her real friends for this little plan.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
That's what I was gonna ask. Is all of this getting back at Mark? Like, shouldn't you be over it? Like, Mark is like, he's digging his own grave at this point. You really don't have to do much more. Just let it go, sis. And she's still doing it. So I'm like,
I'm concerned for Carmen too. She's a bit crazy.
I don't think she's gonna have any friends after this.
Oh no, I don't think so.
She's gonna be lonely.
Yeah.
So Sunday fun day finally arrives. You know, Carmen and Maya, they have their little kiki girl chat at I think it was Maya's house.
Yeah.
And you know, she tells her Trent wants to do a sex tape and that she's considering it. And Carmen, being the psycho that she is like, girl, do it before someone else does.
Yes.
Somebody in Maya's ear again. Like, does she have a mind of her own?
No. Because I mean, me being, I guess, because I'm more of a sensible person, I would have been like, okay, I mean, okay, you're considering it, but let's look at the pros and cons of this situation first. Like, how long have you known him? Do you really trust him?
Yeah, like let her get to that conclusion herself. Like,
yeah, are you sure that it's going to be a tape for just you and him? Like, come on now.
Because I could feel like Carmen wants it to happen so she could leak it on the internet. Like,
definitely, she's a psycho.
Like, do you even know if he clean?
Right.
Will we be seeing test results before this happens? Probably not.
So they go out, and Maya is drunk. Maya is such a lightweight. Maya is me.
I was just about to say, she reminds me of someone.
Do we know if she had like more than a couple drinks though?
Well, Carmen told her that she got a table, so they got bottle service for just the two of them.
She had plans. Operation Maya still a go. So she tells Carmen, can you set my alarm for 6 a.m. because I have to take Amber to the airport? And she's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But did she do it?
But mind you, Amber texts her, hey, my flight is at 6. So there's a problem right there.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You want your alarm set for 6, but her flight is at 6. Girl, your alarm anyway, regardless. Should have been set for 4 a.m. But hey, what do I know?
It's different out here. I don't know.
Maybe y'all do different in Dallas. So Carmen with her evil self does not set the alarm. And at this point, Carmen's just being mean because this has nothing to do with the plan.
She hates her life, so she wants others to suffer at this point because there was no reason to do that. This has nothing to do with Mark and Maya. It's just all Maya.
At this point, she's sabotaging Maya and Amber's relationship. But then again, I remember that she doesn't like Amber, so I can see why she would.
True. But it's like, girls, just grow up.
I mean, well, she had this little young girl side ponytail, so she ain't grown up that much.
Young girl side ponytail. Love it.
Shade.
For real.
So Amber comes in the next morning talking about, I missed my flight. I'm like, whose fault is that really? Let's really break it down.
Can we talk about it? So instead of just calling someone else or calling an Uber,
I was like, Uber, they have that.
They have that.
So what's the excuse here?
I needed you today. I missed my fucking flight. I missed my break. I know you're mad at me, but could you please not? I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at myself for actually believing that you supported me.
You gonna show up to Maya's house? Girl, I needed you today. You needed to call Uber. I missed my flight.
Because of you.
Girl, what? I'm not, if I have somewhere to be, I'm not waiting. I'm like, okay, this person's not picking up their phone. All right, bet. I'm finding plan B. And I'll yell at you when I landed.
Or maybe not even talk to you until I get back.
Exactly.
That too.
I'm not letting you mess up my big break. That's crazy.
If I pay for a flight, I'm on that flight. Like, I'm out of here.
On the flight. Like, what?
She didn't really want to go.
She didn't really want it.
It's not her dream.
She couldn't call Chloe. Come on.
Right. Come on.
I mean, how Chloe did set up this meeting for this new agent. I mean, she could have called Chloe.
She could have.
Chloe ain't got nothing going on.
But she wanted her best friend to do her this solid. But it's like, your best friend is fake.
She's flaky. So just let her be and go do your business. You said this is your big break, right? So why are you still here in Dallas?
I would have gave her a cute 10 minutes. Like, oh, she not here? All right, I'm on.
I mean, but if Amber looked at Maya's Instagram and saw that she was out late and drinking, she should
about it.
She should have called.
She should have known that, okay, there's a good chance that she probably won't make it. Let me make other arrangements.
Yeah, especially because she knows Maya's a lightweight. She's like, that girl sleep. I'm not even going to be bothered.
I'm not messing with her. So Amber goes off on her like, I'm mad at myself for thinking you would believe in my dream. And Maya tries to switch it on her, like, listen, I took a backseat to your little friend Chloe and your little comedy dream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when she said your little comedy dream, that she should have known. Like, you never.
As soon as she said it, I said, "Oh, little. Wait a minute."
Yeah, once you hit them with that little, that's
she
it.
Never believed in you. She never believed in you.
She never believed in your dream.
She's telling you to get a regular 9 to 5.
Yes, at this point. So yeah, so Amber storms out on Maya, leaving her dumbfounded and still drunk.
Yeah, she got hangover.
The headache was vicious. She was like, oof.
She was like, no, wait, I did set my alarm. I said, no, you didn't, girl.
I set my alarm.
You gotta be like her. Wait a minute. Ooh, that was a little bit too good. You should audition for season 3.
Yes.
Let's call Jared on the show.
Put her on. Come on. Okay, so let's get into our questions, comments, and concerns. Let's talk about, where can we start? We could go with Carmen. Like,
what's your problem, girl? Like,
yeah, I feel like she's so upset about like her internal stuff, like the doctor stuff. Like she's like lashing out on everybody. She wants everybody to be
suffering.
There you go.
I don't think Carmen really understands. Like, she's putting so much energy into this little payback with Mark that she's probably on the brink of losing her job. It's like, girl, you worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah, at one point when she spoke with Tiffany in the hallway and she was like, oh, you don't want to miss this meeting. I thought she was getting fired at that meeting.
Yeah.
Like, she scared me the way she said it. She was like, I'll see you at the meeting. She's like, oh, I'm not going to that meeting. She was like, you don't want to miss this one. I was like, oh, she about to get fired?
Yeah, and it was just for Tiffany to throw shade at Mark with self-defense.
How you come into a meeting for 2.5 seconds? What kind of company is this, guys?
And then I was thinking, like, it's funny because I know that Tiffany, was kind of still mad at Carmen at that point when she was like, I'm about to do my work and going, like you said, but she still, they still kind of have that friendly banter where she's like, oh, you don't want to miss this girl. It's like, wait, are you mad at her, or I don't know how to take this.
Right. Tiffany can't help it. She just loves gossip and tea.
Yes.
So
that's why she in HR. She in everybody's business.
Wait, so what do they do here at this show?
Yeah.
That is a good question. But I honestly think it's like a marketing firm.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
I
know you hear a lot about accounts.
Yeah, I was thinking advertising, marketing.
I would say that. I'm not now. I can't say that I'm 100% sure. We didn't really when they were writing the scripts and I read it. I didn't ask that question.
We want everything. We want to know.
And I should have. All I knew is that Claire, is the boss, and actually Claire's role was actually supposed to be for a man.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. And then when I came in and auditioned, they were just like, "Oh, yeah, there we go." I was like, "Okay,
she's the one."
Yeah.
Do you think well, you probably know already, but I don't know. Do you think like Claire would fire Carmen, or do you think it's just she just wants her to just get her act together? She don't give her chances like she give Mark as many chances.
Yeah, like I said before, it's a tough love thing with Claire and Carmen. So she really, really wants her to just get herself together. Like, she's just like, look, like, even though I'm not telling you, but I need you. You are the best person that I have working in this office. You're under me. Like, I got you to the point where you are, and I'm trying to take you further, but you keep messing up. So right. I think she's gonna continue to give her chances. Now, if it just gets to a point where she's just like, look, I've taken you as far as as you want to go, you gotta go. it might get to that point, but I don't know. I think she's going to try to continue to work with her. Give her a hard time along the way, but continue to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want better for Carmen too, because it costs $0 to mind your business. That's all she had to do. Just mind your business. Focus on your health, girl. This is not
The
it.
job is done. Right. I think she's using this as a distraction too.
Oh,
To
possibly.
not deal with
Yeah.
her health. Because the plan is over. Mark is unhappy. Maya moved on. That was the goal.
He cried.
He cried.
I mean, I didn't really see a tear, but I heard the voice crack. So I'm like, is he crying or on the brink of?
Maybe
A brink. It was definitely the brink.
But that's far enough. It doesn't need to go any further than that. I think he's learned that Maya is over him and he can now get his life together.
Do we think that he actually will? Like he's serious? Does he really believe this?
You know what? I feel like he can.
I think he will. I think Mark will get it together, and I think it'll come to a point where Maya notices, and then maybe she'll try to work with him too. And I think they'll work it out, or get to a point where they are reconciling right before the show ends.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was thinking that maybe Trent might turn out to be not the kind of guy that she wants, and then she realizes that she still wants Mark.
I think she still wants him now. She just wants him to suffer. I don't know what it is with maybe is the word, like, what is it, sadistic? Is that the word? They have like this mentality where it's like they just keep poking at a fly after they rip the wings off already. They just keep going. It's like, what are y'all doing? Like,
what's happening here? So, and we all agree Trent is not who he said he is.
Definitely. He's a creep.
Yeah, he has some, I think he has some ulterior motives. I can't remember as far as like what the script says. And of course, they changed it so much before they shot it. So I don't know what Trent's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Something is not, like I said, he Ohaji from Moesha. He got something going on with Trent.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't trust him.
Something tells me he has a past of like always manipulating women this way.
Yep.
That's what I get from him. Like, oh, he knows like what kind of woman to go after. One that kind of like reeks desperation. Not that Maya so much does that, but you can just tell like she wants attention.
Yeah, he's too much of a slick talker. He's too charming, and it's like, wait a minute, like you always know the right thing to say.
Right?
Yeah, it's like you're used to this.
Mm-hmm.
Too smooth.
It's a game. Too smooth. Mm-hmm. So maybe something will happen in the finale where Mark will have to come to Maya's rescue.
I mean, we saw that once before, didn't he? And he got what did they say? Nipsey Hussle slapped, like the open palm slap. Like, I feel like that is ultimate disrespect for a man. Like, to be open palm slapped by another man.
Yes.
Like, you should feel like a young lady at that moment. Like, I just like you just feel like, am I like, I don't know. It's something so
like all his masculinity.
Yeah.
You
have you questioning yourself.
So, what do we think is going to happen in the finale? Let's do a little what's the word?
Prediction?
Prescription.
I was waiting to like give you a moment, but then you said, what's the word?
Listen, I'm washed. Leave me alone.
I feel like in the finale, because I know Amber has like a good moment. I feel like Eric is gonna be at this show, and two of them are going to try to, mend their friendship or relationship or whatever they were trying to get into. That's so funny,
because last week, Japer said that he feels Eric does not even like Amber at all.
He did say that.
Did he not watch?
Yes.
He feels like Eric really likes Chloe.
Because that's the lifestyle that he's in. Amber is just kind of like their dream. Like, oh, if I leave this lifestyle, then this is the type of girl I should be with. But it's like he don't want her at all.
No, I mean, okay. Can we backtrack a little bit?
Please.
So in the first season, Amber was all Eric could talk about. Like he ended up, meeting Chloe just kind of on a whim and getting into this situationship with her. And he even told her, like, look, me and Chloe, we just having sex. But Amber, you and I, like, I want this with you. And then it gets to this season, and we find out that he never even really wanted to be a dope boy. Like, he wanted that regular life, probably go to college, and he's super smart too.
Yeah.
So he knows that Amber is perfect for him. Like, he just kind of fell into this dope boy, persona or whatever lifestyle. And yeah, so I feel like they will get together.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Eric feels Chloe just a good time, like someone to have fun with.
Yeah.
Nothing serious.
Speaking of Eric, I remember clips now for the finale. He does get jealous of, I think the guy's name is Brandon, because Smoke is kind of taking him under his wing, and he mentions, like, you seem to be here a lot more than I am. So it's like, do you want to still live this life, or maybe Smoke is giving you a way out, and now you have to really show, do you really want this or not?
That's a good point. But I mean, with dope boys, you don't really get out of the game now unless it's in jail or you end up dead. So especially since Eric is like the main breadwinner for Smoke, I don't think he would just be like, somebody else is coming in and taking your spot. I doubt it.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been with him too long.
And Smoke tried to, like, pit him against his own friend. So maybe we'll see what happens with that too. Maybe this is all a mind game for Smoke too, to show Eric, like, look, you can be replaced.
Yeah,
if I want you replaced.
Smoke a love a mind game.
But then if he replaces him, like, he can't just let him go because he knows too much. So do you think that he would probably try to kill him or have him killed?
Oh yeah. Nobody's living.
Nobody's living. I think Smoke would try to put Eric in jail again, because that's the type of time Smoke is on. Like, he did that to that last guy in episode two. It's not gonna be easy. But we'll see. So we're gonna see that. Maybe a death. Mary, you still on a death?
Maybe a death.
Mark and Maya, we're thinking back together.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see it.
Because I don't really see Maya with Trent long term like that. I feel like he will do something that's going to shock her.
Sex tape, I think, is happening and will get leaked.
By Carmen.
By Carmen.
Y'all think she was stooped that low though?
Yeah, she's depressed.
Have you been watching?
She's depressed. Mark is depressed. Like,
but how? Because at this point, that would be sabotaging. Because she's just trying to get back at Mark. Like, what does she have against Maya now, though, if she does do that?
She's just mean-spirited.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. She don't want Maya to have no friends, no love.
She hate Maya. I don't know what Maya did in the past life, but she hate her.
Carmen's in love with Mark.
What?
Whoa! Where did that come from? Please elaborate. What?
I don't want to hear no more nonsense, Brittney.
Listen, why would you go this hard to, like, make sure he has nobody if you didn't love him?
But what does that have to do with Maya?
Table it. Because Mark still loves Maya, so she wants to sabotage everything. Girl,
well, he did say that by the time Mark gets it together, Maya will be damaged goods. But I don't think she in love with
Mark.
So
no,
is she in love with Maya? Possibly.
That's more realistic. Some girl on girl action. What do y'all be talking about when nobody's looking?
We just try to cover all dramatic endings. Like,
we just
all the dark realities.
We have to think outside the box sometimes.
I feel you, but I wasn't ready for that. Like, just the thought in my mind is like,
too much.
Yeah, like please don't let that be. Please, that ain't it.
That would have been like so left field.
If something like that actually comes true, I would have to call Jared and be like, "What the hell? Who wrote this episode, sir?"
Like, talk about it. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm just ready for all the drama. And I feel like the finale is gonna be crazy.
And it's supposed to be longer, right?
Yeah, they're giving us 45.
That's a movie.
It's a movie. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right. Okay, Brittney. This was so much fun, girl. Thank you for coming on and talking with us. Can you just, let people know how to follow you and like new projects you got going on?
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, first, thank you guys for having me. I was waiting for my moment to be a part of the show because everybody else was getting the episode, and I'm just like, when is Claire gonna come and defend herself?
She is here.
But yeah, so as far as social media, I don't really have a lot of social media. I just have a Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is at Brittney Bluitt, my first name and last name. That's at BRITTNEY. And my last name, B as in boy, LUITT. And it's the same on Facebook. And as far as projects, I actually have two projects I think coming out in January of 2021. One is a short film called Checkout Time, and it's actually starring Corey Pratt and Jacque. I can never remember Jacque's last name. They play Mark and Amber in Wash.
Okay.
So it's starring those two.
Yes.
And, I have a play that we're actually going to be filming because of COVID. And it's called Do No Harm, written by a local playwright here in Dallas. It's about 3 very brave women who underwent experiments during let's see, what was the year? It was 1846. Or 1848, and experiments were done by a very, very terrible doctor by the name of James Marion Sims. They deemed him the godfather of gynecology, and he was doing experiments on enslaved women, and it kind of just takes you through their story. So yeah, that'll be available in January as well. So.
Oh, we're gonna look out for that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Oh, and Jacque is in that one too.
Yeah, come on. I love it.
Look, when I tell you she's out here working. Okay.
Yes. All of y'all booked, blessed, and busy. I love it.
I'm trying to stay that way because it is my overnight 9 to 5 is killing me.
Overnight, girl.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not for the faint of heart.
No. But you are killing it as Claire. Even though she was questionable, you gave us some clarity about her, and we love it.
I'm glad because y'all were giving me the blues. Like every time I came, I was like, oh man, I was like, what they gonna say this time? They were like, she needs to chill. She needs some weed. I'm like, oh my god.
We didn't understand her.
Like, she might need those things, but I mean, y'all just have to just understand where she's coming from.
And we got it. Thank you. We love it. But thank you again for coming on with us.
No, thank you. This was fun. I was waiting for the moment I would get to talk to you guys because I've been listening to y'all and y'all are a mess.
Yeah, we'll take that.
But we love it. We love it. We appreciate it, and I can't wait to actually hear what a mess I sound.
No, cut it out. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Seriously Podcast. If you're not already, please follow us on all social media platforms and podcast platforms at Seriously Podcast. And make sure you guys are watching Watch on Amazon and their official website, watchseries.com. And keep up with the conversation. Next week, we got the finale, and it's going to be a doozy. So tune in.
Bye, guys.